Hello everybody and welcome to Gabbit Media once again. I'm Grant Abbott and you're watching my celebration of 50,000 subscribers. First of all, thank you very much for subscribing and watching continuously. That's very kind of you to put up with me. Sorry, I've got that sort of Britishness about me. Everybody says, I get lots of comments saying, oh, you can tell you're British. What gave it away? It's actually not my accent, it's the fact that I'm very self-deprecating. It's one of the things that we do, but that's who we are, I suppose. I'm a very British person. Anyway, I'll try and not do the jump cut thing as I often do, and be a bit more myself because people seem to like that, surprisingly. Well, a few comments have said they like that. Maybe it's just those people that comment like that, I don't know. Anyway, but it's much easier for me to edit actually if I don't jump cut, and then I can just sort of plonk it on the timeline and get it out there. Then I can produce more videos, which is quite nice. I'm doing one at the moment about the dinosaur sculpt, you can see that series for yourself, and there's more hard surface modelling tutorials on the way. So that's a bit about the future of Gabbit Media, as it's still known. Gabbit Media, it came from, my staff code was Grant Abbott, and it was shortened to Gabbit, and then lots of students called me Gabbit, and then it just sort of became Gabbit Media for some reason. I mean, it's a silly title, but I feel like I'm stuck with it now, and sometimes it's just best to go with these things, isn't it? Anyway, I thought I'd go through some interesting stats, well, that's kind of interesting to me about my channel, and the funniest comments, what's it like becoming a YouTuber. I don't feel like a YouTuber yet, but I feel like I'm becoming one, and maybe a bit more about the future. I've got my notes in front of me, hence why I'm looking down all the time. In fact, I suppose I ought to show you, because a recent addition has been the lighting, as you can see here. I got this for Sculpt January, and you can see I've got some lights now. They're all over the place, they're everywhere. I'm probably moving the camera a bit too quickly, and I'm too far away from the microphone, but you can see my room's a big mess as well. There's my green screen over there, and I've got the blinds closed because I actually have the blinds closed because it helps with the lighting. So hopefully you can still hear me, and I'll try and put the camera back where it was. I'm able to shout a bit more now because I'm away from my microphone. There we go, it's about right now. So I'm using this mic because it's a lot better than my other mics, but if you get a bit too far away, then it can disappear. I can disappear. Maybe that's a good thing. Anyway, interesting stats then, we'll start with that. So I've got 50,388. I've said that wrong, but hopefully that makes sense. 50,388 subscribers. Thank you all. I've had 4,300,000 and 356,000. Why can I not say these numbers? It's really difficult. 4,356,792 views. I ought to turn Discord off as well. Oh, this non-jump cut thing's not working for me at the moment, is it? Let's go to Discord and just log out quickly, so it stops going bidib in the background. Goodbye everybody on Discord. I do read the comments on Discord and look at it often, but it's hard to keep up because there's quite a lot of people on there now. There's over 1,500 or something, so it's sort of there's just lots of chat and I can't keep up with it all. But if you @Grant, then you'll get in touch with me, or @admin, because I'm an admin, funnily enough. Anyway, back to the statistics, which are particularly uninteresting. Hopefully you're still with me. The average view duration is 3 minutes and 20 seconds. 3 minutes and 19 seconds actually. So yeah, I don't know what that really means in YouTube sense, but generally people look at my videos, look at my face and click away, probably. But I suppose maybe they do for the blogs, but luckily I do mainly tutorial videos, and people watch those for a bit longer, I would have thought, or look at them and think this is badly explained, I'm going to go away. Anyway, so 3 minutes 20 seconds, not very long really, is it? I suppose interestingly as well, 7% of my audience are female, so only 7%. So there's lots of male game designers out there, which is a bit of a cliche really. But maybe I'm just not a hit with the ladies, you know. Maybe that's what it is. Some of the funniest comments I've had, where are they? I've lost them. I had them up on screen a second ago, and I've lost them again now. So probably the most craziest one, I'll put it up in the corner here, Oh, that's not the best one actually. Well, I often get comments about my teeth, and Bear Ugly G was the funniest one I've had. Well, one of the funniest ones, and you can see my sort of comments back. Usually I don't engage, but I thought it was kind of funny to just to even bother posting that you think someone's ugly, and it's not even. It's not like I'm going, hey, look at me, I'm really sexy or something. People are actually thinking that I'm here to look good, but I can't help looking this great. Anyway, that's not the funniest. I think the funniest one, it's really an odd one. They actually posted twice on 2 different videos. This was back when I did more sort of media studies related videos, and I keep them on there because they're hopefully useful to some people, and maybe I'll go back to some media theories at some point in the future, but I generally think more people are interested in the Blender stuff that I do, and less so in the blogs like this one. But they've for Phoenix with 2 F's. I actually hate this, and you make me want to kill myself. Why don't you just end it? And this is your fault. Sorry, why don't I just? They're threatening to kill themselves because my channel's that bad. I'm assuming they're not really going to kill themselves, and hopefully they're still with us, because well, let's hope I'm not commenting on someone that's dead. This is really unlikely. I'm really going to have to jump cut this bit. But they've commented again on a different video saying, this made me want to kill myself. So there's 2 videos, so I've doubly wanted to make them kill themselves. It's weird after watching the first one that they went on to watch the second one. So they must have this sort of real want, desire to watch and torture themselves watching my videos. So sorry, Phoenix, that you didn't comment on any more, so maybe 2 was enough. Hopefully not. Anyway, perhaps I shouldn't have brought that up actually, starting to think about it. Anyway, in that, you can tell now, you can see more my personality without the jump cuts, and it's, I don't know if it's a good thing. It's very babbly, and this is what I'm like in my lessons as well, and maybe I need to improve on my presentation skills a bit more. Anyway, enough of that. Funniest comments said that. What's it like becoming a YouTuber? It's kind of interesting actually. The best thing is getting sent free stuff. You just think, wow, they really care about my opinion to send me free stuff. You just think, wow, that is absolutely amazing. I do get sent some quite naff stuff at times. I mean, the eye massager, the heater. I mean, it was kind of fun to put it on, but that is the only time I've worn it because I use my eyes all the time. So taking the time out to sit down and have my eyes covered doesn't really happen, because I'll sit down and relax and play a computer game or watch TV, and I need my eyes for that, so that my eyes don't get any rest. But that's probably the silliest one I've had. But maybe someone bought it. It was comfy, I'll give them that, but it was kind of pointless. It's the screen lamp as well. I always thought that was a bit pointless, but I've got a fairly big room and lots of sockets and stuff, so I can just plug a lamp in and I don't have to worry about desk space. But I was, when Veikk contacted me, I thought, wow, that's really cool. They're going to send me a monitor, but they sent me a screen lamp, and that was a bit disappointing, but it's still free stuff. And you think, wow, free stuff, isn't that cool? In fact, people haven't sent me some free stuff recently. Maybe they got put off by my Sculpt January videos and thought, this guy's an idiot. And I'm not sending them any stuff at all. I'm going to have to contact some people and say, send me some free stuff. I've got 50,000 subscribers, surely you can send me some free stuff. They'll all buy it, honestly. It's funny actually, my students joke about me being a famous YouTuber, and it makes me feel good though. So I'm quite happy that they joke about it. Oh, thank you. Famous YouTuber, yes, thank you. But then they say, you're almost as good as Andrew Price. Oh yeah, I don't know how many subscribers he's got, but it's a heck of a lot more than me. In fact, there's loads of YouTubers. CG Geek's got loads more than me, and all these brilliant people who are great. So I'm quite lowly on the YouTube front, really, and the YouTube Blender tutorial front, but I'm gaining ground on these people. One day I will be the bestest ever Blender YouTube video out there. It's not going to happen anytime soon by the sound of things with what's going on. If you are still with me, well done. Anyway, yeah, so becoming a YouTuber, it's a nice experience. It is sort of, it seems to be where I'm headed. I would like to be a doer more than a teacher. I like teaching, but I love doing. I really love doing and creating. I think everybody does, don't you? As a baby, you're born and you just want to create things and grab stuff and pull it around and pull it apart, usually babies, and destroy stuff. But we're all creative like that, and I think that's and I like inspiring that in people, but I love doing it myself as well. So I will always want to be doing the freelance work and stuff like that, and that I would like to be the bulk of my income. I still like teaching. Teaching's hard. It's very hard, as in college teaching. There's lots of pressure put on you in the teaching profession, and I have it as good as it gets by a long way. The place I work is lovely, and not trying to advertise them or anything, but it's Suffolk 1 in Ipswich. But it's really good, and the teachers and staff are lovely. The management, surprisingly, is actually really good. It's rare that people talk about their managers in a good way, and I never used to. So the students are absolutely lovely. Anyway, it's really nice, but it's still really tough. It's still really, really tough, and I'm part-time, and I can see my colleagues around me, they're all really tired, and I think back to when I worked in a secondary school, and that was immensely tough. I don't think I could go back and do it now. So in general, I would say my YouTube and this sort of games design and graphic stuff that I do was my out of teaching. I thought I need to find a different career. And I didn't really expect YouTube to go anywhere, but I always had this hope that it would, and it still isn't quite anywhere. It's an okay income. It's not a sustainable income in terms of if you're living in the UK, you couldn't live off my income through YouTube, but it is an income. I'm not actually allowed to say how much I earn. I did release a video a while ago about how much I earn, but I'm not supposed to say it. There's some contract somewhere in YouTube, so I should really take that video down. It doesn't get many hits anyway, so I don't think YouTube are going to look at it and find out, but I really ought to take it down because I'm in breach of contract, and I could, I don't know what they'd do. They could sue me, couldn't they? They could sue me, but I doubt they would because I'm like small fish. But when I'm big, I'm going to have to take it down, you know, when I'm really huge. Anyway, I can't remember what I was talking about now. Being famous? No, I don't think that's the case. Oh yeah, YouTube, and it's hard work being a YouTuber as well. I know it sounds stupid and it sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm really enjoying myself. That's definitely the case. But it's actually, I struggle to keep up with it because all the time it's a slight addiction in a weird way. I think, oh yeah, more views, more subscribers, get more videos out, and then I said to myself, I'm not going to post every day, but I've kept that up for quite a while now, although I've missed the odd day here and there, but that keeps going. I sort of had this nagging feeling that I need to do another video, and it's lovely because you post it and people are responding really positively, so you try and post another one, and you know, you saw my room a second ago. It is an absolute tip. It's because I'm just on the computer all the time and I just don't tidy up. I'm not going to show it again. I really need to do some gardening as well. My garden is not looking good. Luckily I'm managing to take the dog for a walk. He was in here a second ago, but I'm keeping up with that, hope. Just about. He gets a walk all the time. And I still play sports, so it's not that bad. I'm not saying it's really bad, it's fun, but it is quite tough, hard work keeping going and thinking of new ideas. Generally the ideas kind of create themselves because people say, oh, can you do a tutorial on such and such? And there's lots of things, like in the future I'm hoping to do animation, so I've got to think about tutorials for that and organise that. Not the best organiser, I'm much more a doer rather than planner. I don't mind planning, but I love doing, as I keep saying. Anyway, so yeah, that's my YouTube career at the moment, and I really don't know what I'm going to do in the future. I kind of just take things as they come, and if something's fun, I'll keep doing it. And if something's fun and making money, obviously you have to earn an income, then I'll keep doing it. Although that wasn't the case with YouTube when I first started off. It was actually really exciting when you first get your a tiny bit of income. You think, wow, people are actually watching me and it's bringing me some income. I'm still kind of amazed by that, actually. and if I meet someone new, I can actually start introducing myself as a YouTuber now, part-time YouTuber. I think I'm going to use that one in future. I suppose I do talk about it to some people, but I generally don't have any friends because I'm doing this all the time. Anyway, I'll move on. I don't even know what that. I write notes and then I read them back and I don't know what they mean. Yeah, I suppose. So I'm going to keep going with the YouTube stuff and keep going. It's going to be on YouTube. I don't really want to do paid courses unless I absolutely have to. Let's say I lost my teaching job, then I might put some more effort into a course that was really very well structured. And then I'd probably put it on YouTube anyway. I don't know. I don't really want to go down that paid for course. I feel like most of the stuff I've learned is from YouTube videos, and I really appreciate that. Blender's free as well, and I just think it's a great thing to be part of that community, and I am still earning a bit of money from it, you see, so I don't have to get paid for courses. People can watch adverts and support me that way. People have supported me on Patreon, I should say thank you to them as well, and I'm doing private lessons with a few people now, which is obviously built up through the YouTube channel. They wouldn't know me otherwise, so it is bringing income in those ways. So I don't feel like I have to do paid for courses, but I can understand that people do, because I've got another part-time job and they may not, you know, so I'm not disrespecting anybody that does paid for courses, and I'm not ruling it out either, for that reason that I never know what's going to happen. I don't want to say never, because then I'd find it hard to, anyway, blah blah blah. Anyway, so possibly, but not very likely. Sponsorship, maybe. A few people have been in touch about sponsorship, and I get sort of like the 3D printers recently, 3D Compare. They contacted me and they're printing something for free, which is great, and they're going to give me a sort of affiliated link. So I'll put the link at the bottom, and then people click on that to go to the printers. Then I'll get some commission, as it were. Not that your prints will cost any more, it's just that I'll get sort of commission for the advertising. So that things like that are quite nice. They don't bring in hardly any income at all though, if I'm honest. I do sort of affiliated links on my websites and things, and I can say what I earn with that, and it's about, at the very most, I've earned, I think, £40 to £50 in a month. So it's not particularly lucrative at all. And I don't put a lot of effort into it, but I put the links in my YouTube and all that sort of thing. So there is money to be earned in that way. I'm sort of saying this in case anybody wants to start up a YouTube channel, so you know what to expect in some ways. And it's hard work, it's really fun, but it's not particularly lucrative at 50,000 subscribers, which is what I've got at the moment, which seems quite a lot, but in YouTube sense it's nothing, is it? Anyway, I think the great thing at the moment is that because a Blender 2.8 coming out, I think that's going to give access to a whole new wave of beginners into 3D, because one, it's free, and two, it's actually accessible now because you don't have to right click and things like that. I think it is much better. I know lots of people complain about the interface changes and things, but it is better for beginners. I've no doubt about it. So I think it's going to be really positive for Blender as a community, and therefore for me, because that's the crux of my income or fame as a YouTuber. I'm famous. So I think I feel like my career will grow as Blender grows in popularity, and I'm hoping it will for that reason. So well done to the Blender team. Thanks very much. I think I've probably exhausted this video. I'm just going to see if oh, my mouse isn't even working. Trying to do left-handed mouse movements isn't the best. Yes, so I suppose I ought to say thanks. Yeah, and actually, I have thought about moving on just away from Blender tutorials. Hence why I'm doing blogs and things, because I think I don't want to have all my eggs in one basket. Blogs are quite fun, like this is sort of silliness and fun. So I may move on to other things. I might move on to Unity as well and do a few Unity tutorials, very basic stuff, because I'm only a basic Unity user. But lots of people ask about the sort of links between Blender and Unity and stuff, so I ought to show my processes there, and I think that would be helpful. And I think people generally like the way I explain things, so maybe that's helpful if I do some Unity tutorials as well. I don't know, we'll see. That might be around the corner. Animation, I am looking forward to doing that. So getting more into animation with animation because of the month of May, obviously. But I haven't been able to do a lot of preparation for that yet. And I just seem to, if I have the time, then I end up filling it with a YouTube video. So I've got a lot of work to do, and I'm still catching up with the backlog of work for January, the Sculpt January stuff I did. So lots going on, but I hope, I mean, it will happen in some sort of guise, but it may not be as cool as like Sculpt January. But I always think it's best to just start these things off, and they can not work particularly well, but you've learnt lots, and that's my philosophy, is fail to succeed sort of thing. So fail to learn. Failure is the best teacher is, or whatever Yoda quote. As I've said in a previous video. I'll link in the description. I probably won't because I forget. But you can look up failure, success, or whatever it is. Anyway, yeah, I'm really going off on one of this, aren't I? But thanks to all the Discord people as well. I enjoy that. It's nice going on there, seeing the chat. And the competitions, well done to the competition winners up on the wall, which is, it's going to get busy. Someone asked me, what am I going to do when there's no more space left on my wall? And I said, I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do. I'll figure something out. Maybe some suggestions in the comments below. That'd be lovely. If you have any suggestions for my channel or my website, I'd love to hear them. I do generally, I have tried to respond to every single comment I've gotten for the last, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months. And it's quite fun doing that, just interacting with people. That's probably my favourite bit of this. But I occasionally miss one because YouTube doesn't tell me, because I've set it up so it will, I haven't set it up, it is set up so that it will alert you to the comments, but it doesn't always alert you. It's a bit frustrating, so I always scroll back through the comments and see if there's any new ones. But occasionally if you comment on a really old video, I won't see it, which is a bit of a shame. And I lose my 100% record of commenting on people's comments, which I, like I say, I do enjoy. Trying to keep that 100% record going. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions, that would be brilliant, because yeah, new directions, I can't promise that I will follow them up because it may not be the direction that I particularly want to go in, but I certainly will consider it. So lastly, do join in the competition. It's the perspectives. Forgot that. It's again what I'm like as a teacher. What are we doing? So perspectives is the theme, and the date for entry, or deadline for entry is the 25th of this month. So get your entries in. Perspective, it's a tougher challenge, but it's very wide, so it could be pretty much anything, let's be honest. So if you've got some cool models, just put a really wide angle lens on them, and then you've got some perspective happening. That's a rubbish suggestion. I'm sure you'll come up with something even better than that rubbish suggestion. Much better than that rubbish suggestion. Anyway, enough from me. Thanks for watching. I'd be very surprised if anybody's still watching now, so you could comment and say you're still watching. I would be amazed. Thanks very much, particularly to you people. You've beaten the 3 minutes 19 seconds that is normal, the average. Well done. You smashed it. So maybe see you next time. Lovely stuff. How am I signing off this time? See you next time. Thanks for watching.